The following program is rated A for
Awesome!
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Break the Hold with Rusty and Billy.
Almost said the other name.
So yeah, I know. You get into the habit there. You get into the habit, and it's like, man, I got to retrain myself now. But
Maybe we should change it to break the habit.
yeah, break the habit. There you go.
We got to break the hold. Anyway,
Welcome to Break the Hold. This is week 2 of the rebrand, but man, we appreciate you guys. A lot of stuff going on with the King and Queen of the Ring and the Night of Champions. But before we go any further, there was a special day this week. Billy had a birthday.
oh, that ain't no special day.
I don't know if y'all noticed the balloons, but man, we gotta wish our boy a happy birthday. It's the one day of the year that at least you can say it's all about you. It's your birthday. It's your day. I mean, we get Father's Day and all that other stuff, but man, like birthdays are always special, and so I wanted to just say happy birthday. So I told my wife, I was like, I'm gonna put some balloons and stuff up for the show and everything, like,
Oh,
and then
I thought they were just.
just to make it a little more special, we've got the birthday cake cookie with the championship slap band for
What the heck?
Yeah, you know.
Thanks, Alexis. Thanks. Shout out to Alexis. She's doing okay, guys.
But just our way of saying we appreciate you and everything you do, man. Not just with the show, but outside of here as well. So,
Man,
well, happy birthday! And
well, thank you. I appreciate it. You know, I'm not getting any younger, so the birthdays are not so much looked forward to in this day and age for me. But that helps. That helps. I appreciate that, man. I thought the balloons just went with like the color scheme, like the black and red.
Well, that's why I went with the black and red ones, because it went with the color scheme. So I was like, I'll do black and red balloons, and then so yeah. So anyway, man, happy birthday!
Well, thank you.
Monday.
Thank
I don't
you.
know what day you're going to be watching this, but it was Monday, and so just wanted to wish you a happy birthday, man. Appreciate you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it, man. Yeah. My birthday was all right. It was pretty good. It was a pretty good one this year.
Good.
I will have to say, I got some new AirPods that I was not expecting. Apple AirPods.
Yeah.
Whereas previously I was using like the Walmart on-brand ones, you
Yeah.
know, and I hadn't really ever used the Apple AirPods.
There's a difference.
Oh my gosh.
There's a difference.
Considerable, huge, wonderful
Yeah.
difference that I would have never even conceived. So
Yeah.
yeah, my wife got me those, and that was pretty cool. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Awesome, man.
Got to have breakfast for dinner, which is always my favorite.
I love breakfast for dinner.
And dude, I'm a breakfast guy. I tried to
Yeah.
pitch breakfast at my wedding.
Really?
I pitched it hard. Was not successful, but I pitched it hard. Dude, I could eat like biscuits and gravy, eggs and bacon every day of my life and be perfectly happy. But anyways,
I'm with you with the biscuits, gravy, and bacon. Man. I could eat that. Pancakes, I can eat those anytime. Like I love going to IHOP just to get I'll go at any time to get the pancakes. Like you got to have the pancake. I don't care what else you eat there, you got to have pancakes. So yeah, I'm a big breakfast anytime guy myself. So
sponsor us, IHOP,
yeah, you know, or just throw us a couple of free pancakes. We'll eat them on the show. You know,
Cracker
whatever.
Barrel.
Yeah. The Cracker Barrel with the biscuits, man.
That's what we had.
Gosh,
Oh
man.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Lord have mercy. Yeah,
Mhm.
that stuff is good right there. But man, we're not trying to turn into a food show here, as much as we could talk about food all day. But a lot going on this week. I'm not gonna lie, like my week was crazy busy, so I was just kind of watching a little bit here, a little bit there. Between SmackDown and Raw. I actually didn't even finish Raw until today. Like
It gets that way sometimes with me too. I mean, sometimes I travel up and down these roads and I work long hours sometimes, and at night when the kids are finally put in bed and I've got the time to myself in front of the TV, and then it's like I don't probably start Raw until like 9 or 9:30, and it's been on it's already almost over, like live, right? Or SmackDown or wherever the show is that night, and sometimes I won't get through the whole show. Sometimes it'll take me like till the next night to finish it, and I'll just stay off my phone, stay offline to avoid spoilers and results and stuff like that. Yeah, it's not uncommon. I mean, if you get caught up in work and family and just all the ongoings and stuff of life, sometimes you gotta, you run out of gas and you can't hold your eyes open anymore, even though you want to, and you just can't. So, not uncommon.
So I'm trying to even remember. So what happens to me is like I watch SmackDown and I'm like, oh man, this is awesome. I'm not going to forget this. But then I watch Raw and I've already forgot what happened on SmackDown.
There's a lot. That's SmackDown was 4 days ago.
Yeah.
There's a lot that's happened in our
Yeah.
lives, gone in and out of our brains in 4 days, man.
Well, and they've been doing a little more of the crossover with people, so it's
Yeah.
like, wait, did that happen on Raw? Did that happen on SmackDown? Like, when
Mhm.
did that happen? But which I like. I like the
Yeah.
crossover. Like I don't mind like people being mainly on one show or the other,
Yeah.
but I like a little bit of the crossover. Like I like how Fatu has been going back and forth.
Yeah.
I like how your storylines can blend.
Yeah.
But I guess the big thing on SmackDown was the Sami Zayn, Cody Rhodes, and Gunther thing, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so it was funny because I really, I'm hard on Sammy. Like, let's be honest, I'm hard on Sammy, but I thought Sammy's delivery on everything Friday night was awesome. Like,
Yeah.
he really played the role, or I say played the role. You really didn't know what role he was playing. Was he the good guy? Was he the bad guy? Was he there to help Gunther? Was he there to help Cody? He was. He seemed like he was kind of in a dilemma, no matter what he did. Like,
He was playing it down the middle. He was doing his
yeah,
job as a special guest referee. He was playing it down the middle. He really was.
I felt like
Gunther's the one that got out of line first, and I was like,
right.
"You idiot!" Like,
Right. So
that's what
Gunther
started it
was the
all.
one that initiated. There were a couple times I thought on his like hold breaks and stuff like that, when he break the hold. Um,
Hi-yo.
but there was a couple times I thought, he was a little more aggressive maybe and with it, but I thought the way they played it all out was really cool. Like you said, Gunther was the one that put hands on him first, and
Yeah,
really my thing at the end, Gunther was throwing fit, but it's like, bro, he could have disqualified you.
like 4 or 5 times
Yeah, like
over.
like you could have been
Oh
disqualified
my
early on
gosh.
and it not even. And I guess my one beef or complaint would be at the end when there was all the complaining and they were, Nick Aldis was griping at Sammy about his performance as ref, and Cody was complaining that Sammy didn't say, "Well, I could have just disqualified him for
Hmm.
putting his hands on me." Like he never said that, and I thought that would have been the perfect response
Hmm.
to all the arguing. And I mean, yeah, the count was quick.
Yeah,
The 3 count was very
Sammy
quick.
fast counted.
It was it
Yeah.
was it was very quick, but overall, I agree with you. He did a good job of calling down the middle. He didn't let one person get away with something and not the other.
Hmm.
Um,
Even though he fast counted for Cody there
he
at
did
the
fast
end.
count for, but I think that was really mainly because Gunther pushed him over the edge.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
the way the flow of everything was going, I don't think that happens if Gunther doesn't get physical with Sammy.
Gunther did all that. That was all Gunther's
Yeah,
fault, every bit of it.
yeah,
And Nick Aldis being upset with Sammy's performance as guest referee. What do you expect for doing all he did? And shocking that a guest referee didn't uh, perform in someone's favor. Wow, shocking. That never happens.
yeah.
Doggone it. But then they restarted the match, and Sammy went in and Helluva kicked Gunther's face in. Either in he had to have been aiming for Gunther anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, all said and done, Cody's still WWE champion. And all said and done, we have a triple threat match now at Night of Champions. Which, by the way, there's more than 5 matches now in this PLE, which is
Thank
like,
God.
that's cool. So Cody, Gunther, Sami Zayn, triple threat match for the undisputed WWE Championship in Riyadh this weekend.
I feel like last week when we were talking about where they go with this, I feel like
Mhm.
you brought up, a triple threat.
I felt like it would have to go that way at some point.
Yeah,
Here it is.
yeah,
Now, I would love if Sammy won the title. I would. I would. He's long deserved it. However, I don't think he's going to. I think, speaking of Night of Champions, and maybe we're jumping ahead here a little bit, I think Jey Uso is going to win King of the Ring. And I think
yeah,
we're going to have Jey and Cody at SummerSlam.
yeah. I think we'll have Jay Cody at SummerSlam. I think we'll have Gunther and Sami Zayn at SummerSlam.
Hmm.
I think that's where the fallout goes here because I think Brock comes out
Brock's going to cost Oba in
and
Riyadh.
costs
I think that's
Oba.
the only way Oba's going to lose.
Yeah, because you've got to set up that trilogy,
Hmm.
and then obviously Jay's mission is to, go against Cody. So you're going to have that, and then how does Cody retain? Something to do with Gunther and Sammy.
Yeah.
My guess is Gunther's about to win it. Sami, saves the day for Cody, at being in the triple threat, but somehow, some way, Sami's the reason Gunther loses, or maybe Sami's the one that takes the pin and
That's kind of
Gunther's
what I
mad
think.
because, but they're going I think they play it some way like that to where you build a feud that's already kind of bubbling with Gunther and Sami, and then that person maybe ends up being your number one contender for the winner of Jay and Cody.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We'll see. Let's see. What else happened on SmackDown besides that? Trying to think. Just the King of the Ring matches and the Queen of the Ring matches. We had the Queen of the Ring was Liv and Charlotte, and that was a great match and a fight. And Liv, man, Charlotte got attacked before
Yeah.
she went out there in Gorilla by Jade Cargill, Meechin, and B-Fab. Yeah, and man, it was a hard fought match. Liv Morgan Charlotte couldn't take it anymore, and Liv got the dub there.
Yeah. I mean, you had Alexa come out, trying to talk Charlotte into not continuing the match, and
Yeah.
I like the way they played it. They played it in a way to where Charlotte can take the L but not look weak. Which I felt like if you're going to put Liv over there, like with all you've done with Charlotte, she can't lose clean there. Like you can't give her a clean loss there. But
I don't see Charlotte losing clean, period, really,
No.
unless it's to someone like Rhea Ripley, like
Yeah.
at a WrestleMania, which has happened.
Yeah.
Something like that. The men's King of the Ring was Jey Uso and Javon Evans, which we knew that would be a fire match,
and
it was.
it delivered. Like
It was.
delivered.
Yeah.
All the people that criticized Jay in the ring, man, like watch that match. Like it was good. Like that was a good match. Like
Sure was. Javon held his own against
he did.
main event Jey Uso.
He did.
Very well. And Jay gave him the props afterwards, and that was awesome to see.
I mean, there were moments that I thought maybe they'll put Javon over. Who knows?
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe they'll put Javon over and you'll have Crash Out Jay again, But,
anything could have happened. It's kind of like you could see a path for about everybody in the tournaments this year, So
yeah, one of the best they've done in a
the
long
the
time,
matches have been
like,
phenomenal.
They have been well, and they're not as predictable.
Yeah.
Like they were not as predictable. The way they did the matchups, it wasn't one of those where it was Charlotte against Meechin. Like, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You
look forward to these and see
yeah.
to see who's going to come out on top because like you can see it either way and you don't know.
Right.
That's great.
You could find a rhyme or reason for any outcome,
Yeah.
and so it was like, dang, I've got to watch to know how how it ends up and how it goes the way it goes. How does this person win? And so I really enjoyed this year's King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring. Which speaking of, it's a big anniversary today.
Sure is,
It's a
man.
big anniversary
The
today.
Nintendo 64 came out 30 years ago today, ladies and gentlemen. As a matter of fact, it did. I didn't realize that, but it did.
Best gaming console.
My favorite. Yes, I absolutely agree. On the same day as Austin 316 says, I just whipped your... The Austin 316 promo. I watched that live. My friend Bradley and I went in together half and half and ordered the King of the Ring that year. $15 each. It was $30. Went in half and half, 15 apiece, and ordered the King of the Ring and watched it that night. And to be honest, we were pulling for Jake the Snake Roberts, or at least I was. Jake the Snake's the first wrestler I ever saw. I was glad to see him back. He turned his life around at that point. He was, he was into the Bible and all that. It's just, God, he'd fought his way all the way, fought through Vader, fought through all the way to the finals. And there's Stone Cold Steve Austin, who had got stitches in his bottom of his lip from the hospital from the match against Mark Marrow a couple hours before.
I was going to say, now, then the semifinals were the same night as the finals.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. And then one Stone Cold Stern later, Austin comes out on top. Austin wins the King of the Ring and then goes up there and cuts that legendary promo that when he said it, it's just like, oh my gosh, what? Whoa. And the next night on Raw, Austin 316 signs everywhere. And it just, it was like, here's like a little smolder. That was like throwing lighter fluid on it and it just, nothing was ever the same since.
That promo created Stone Cold.
Yes, it did.
Like, I'm not saying he doesn't become a superstar, but that took him from like, so King of the Ring was going to take him from here to here. That promo, I mean, it skyrocketed him because I think everybody was just like, what did he just say?
Yeah.
What did he
Yeah.
say? Like,
It was like,
nobody saw
whoa.
that coming.
It was one of the coolest, like just baddest lines I ever
Yeah.
said. And uh
I mean, probably easily a top 5 moment in WWE history.
oh yeah. Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, as far as promos go, like I think of that one.
Yeah.
I think of the Dusty Rhodes Hard Times promo. Um, I think of stuff The Rock has said. I think of, gosh, I mean, Piper saying just when they think they have the answers, I change the questions. I mean, just these infamous promos and lines and just things you remember these folks saying that they have such impact and like there's
That
such art to them. Like,
that one just seems so off the cuff, man.
yeah,
Like
because it was.
yeah, like that's not like sometimes you watch these promos and you're like, they sat backstage and they talk. What are we going to talk about? What are we going to say? They kind of kick around at
Yeah.
least an idea of the Austin 316 line. It was just so I don't know, man. Like it was not. It didn't come across as planned, as rehearsed. It
Mm-mm.
didn't come across as a spot. Like,
No.
hey, we're going to plant this in there,
Yeah.
and see how this takes off. Like it was just he's just going on.
Yeah.
And you thump your Bible and you blah 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 and quote your
Yeah.
John 3:16, well Austin 3:16, and you were just
Yeah.
like, because when he started off on the tangent about you thump your Bible and you quote your
Yeah.
John 3:16, I'm just thinking like, oh gosh, this is a slippery slope right here.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you're thinking, oh, edgy,
Mm-hmm.
and then he pulls the Austin 3:16, and you're just like, oh well, he blew right past edgy. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
my
Like,
gosh. Yeah.
and it was just I don't give a what,
Yeah.
and he took that ball and ran with it,
Yeah, he did. He
and
created the ball for himself in that moment.
yeah,
He really
yeah.
did.
I mean, really, that's it because
Mhm.
at that time that edge wasn't really there.
He had it, but it was kind of under the surface a little bit. He had it.
Yeah,
He was getting there.
it was a very muted version.
He leapt onto it at that
Yeah,
point, and then and just never looked back. If I'm not mistaken, and I know my stuff. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's also the first time he said, and that's the bottom line because Stone Cold said so.
yeah,
I somebody may fact check me on that, but I know my stuff enough. I'm pretty sure he didn't say that until that
yeah.
night either. So it's like there's two lines right there that just have defined his career or helped it anyway.
Well, I mean,
Um,
those two lines there. I mean, you ask anybody, wrestling fan, non-wrestling fan, what's something you know about wrestling? But Austin 3:16
mhm.
or because Stone Cold said so.
And
They
I,
couldn't pick them out in a lineup, but
yeah,
they know that phrase.
and and then like in I want to say it was March of it took several months, but then the shirt came out, black T-shirt, Austin 316 on the front, smoking skull on the back. And right away, that was like, oh, move over NWO. That's the hottest T-shirt there is, right
And
there.
when they would do the pan of the crowd at the shows, 75% of the people had the Austin
Yeah,
316 shirt on.
I remember calling the number and ordering it in March for my birthday in June. I was like, that's what I want for my birthday that year. I was like, I want the Austin 316 T-shirt, and that's during a time where like you didn't have a ton of wrestling shirts or
No, no, it wasn't like it is
a
today.
ton of cool ones anyway.
Yeah,
I mean, I had, gosh, as a little kid, I remember like getting the ones from Walmart, like the collage ones with all like Ultimate Warrior and Texas Tornado and the Rockers and Hogan and just, if they had it at Walmart, I probably had it back in like 1991, and those are still like pretty cool to have today. And those are, sought after on eBay and stuff. But when this shirt hit, it was like, gosh, man, holy moly. I was like, I gotta have that shirt.
well, then you didn't see every superstar with their own T-shirt, in
You
different
just the
variations of
top
the
maybe
shirt.
four or
Like it was,
five,
yeah,
if that. Today everybody's got a T-shirt. Really,
yeah.
they really do.
You go to WWE shop, you're like, wait, who is that? Oh, okay, okay, yeah.
Five,
Like they've all got a shirt.
yeah, and but got back ordered and back ordered and back ordered and back ordered. I ordered this in March for my birthday in June. I got it practically for Christmas. That's how many times over it got back ordered.
Oh man.
And I remember in December of '97, WWE never came here when I was a kid. In December of '97, I'm in the 10th grade, and they came to Barton Coliseum finally. It was a Monday night. It was not Raw. Raw was taped that night, airing taped. This was a live event on a Monday night in Barton Coliseum. Now, our market being the way it is, and there's a whole article and stories about this, and we may talk about it in depth another time, but like our market being the way it is, people thought it was a Monday Night Raw, and it wasn't. People were already mad about that. It was a live event, and Stone Cold wasn't there. The rough crowd that was there that night in Little Rock, which Barton Coliseum is in a rough part of town. I've been there since and seen little kids throwing rocks at vehicles. Yeah, it's bad. Anyways, um, Shawn Michaels didn't go out for the main event that night, or didn't want to, and after he got pelleted with something, and he said, "You're not getting your main event tonight," and just walked off. They were trying to honor Danny Hodge with an award, and probably nobody knew who he was. One of the toughest men that's ever lived, anyway. So a riot ensued, and just utter chaos broke loose. You can Google it and read all about it. But someone that I went to school with went to that show the night before and showed up the next day at school wearing that T-shirt, and I hadn't gotten mine yet, and I was just like, oh, like that's mine. You just took my spot here in this school. That is supposed to be mine.
Yeah.
Mine has been ordered for months. Back in the spring, I ordered this shirt. Here it is, December. I finally got mine like later that week or like the week after. Like literally got it for Christmas.
It's
Pretty
like my
much.
Ulafala that I'm still waiting on.
Man, I was like, oh, I was just gutted. And then after that, like everybody, in one version or another, people
Yeah.
had Austin shirts everywhere. Austin, DX, NWO, Goldberg. It just blew up, and it was great to see. I remember being made fun of in elementary school for being a wrestling fan, and me being a little kid and just having to lash out, me like, "You're all gonna watch wrestling one day," and I was like, "See,
Yeah.
see,
Yeah.
what did I tell you? What did I
Now
tell you?"
we're all
Anyways,
nerds, man.
so I mean that was back in the. I mean, it was the hottest thing in
Yeah.
the world during the Monday Night War and back at that time.
But man,
But
it's crazy to think though that Austin moment was
mhm,
30 years.
30 years ago, I cannot believe that. 30 years ago
Like
today.
that's insane,
30
man.
years ago, like right now, as we're recording this, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but
What?
honestly, man, like I like how they've done the King and Queen of the Ring tournaments, but I personally I think that would be a cool PLE and kind of go back a little bit to how they did it then,
It'd be
to
a
where
throwback. It'd be cool. Yeah.
to do it to where it's all in one night.
Yeah.
So part of being the King of the Ring is having the
Yeah.
stamina to, okay,
Yeah.
you win the first round, you could do the fatal 4-way in the first round. Then your second round, then your your
Yeah.
King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring match. I mean, now that especially now that you got men and women, you could make the whole PLE.
Easily.
You know,
Or make it 2 nights. Make one men's,
yeah,
one women's. That'd
like
be cool with me.
I think that would be awesome.
Yeah.
I think that would be awesome. Like, because I loved it because they had the throne and all of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They made a whole big deal of it. I think that would be a cool deal. I like that they're at least doing the final round at Night of Champions.
Mhm.
But I think it would be cool to go back and have a King of the Ring PLE
Yeah.
do the whole thing like that.
I wish they would bring it back. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
They made on Mattel Creations. That's not there anymore. But they put out the Austin figure with the King of the Ring throne and all that from that night. I got it. But
Yeah, I didn't get it. I'm not
I did.
happy about it.
I had to get. I had to go on eBay and get it, but I
Yeah.
got it. You can also still buy that Austin 316 shirt to this day from WWE Shop.
Yeah.
You probably and you've
They'll
been able
never
to
not.
pretty much ever since.
Yeah, they'll never not sell that shirt.
Going on 30 years.
Yeah,
They
they'll never
still
not.
sell to this day.
Yeah.
I mean, now the font's a little different, and the skull isn't smoking anymore, which I wish they would fix. But
Yeah,
they're there. So
yeah, they're never gonna not sell
no.
something with Austin 316 on it.
Yep.
That's just
Yep.
that's from now until the end of time. But yeah, I mean SmackDown. Fatu went and talked to Solo.
Yeah.
You know, we're about to have an MFT breakup. Which,
Oh.
well, do y'all like spoilers or not? Because I've got a little spoiler You know, because SmackDown is being taped.
Don't tell me. No, I don't like spoilers. Don't tell me. Do
But
not tell me.
there is
Don't you dare tell me.
and now keep in mind too, who knows what's real and what's not on the internet, you know. But I feel like there's been some dissension between them anyway.
Hmm.
I feel like something's about to happen there though, like because Tama Tonga and
Tala
Tala
Tonga.
Tonga. God, I don't know why I went blank on their
Easy to
name.
get tongue tied on those
Yeah,
names.
you know they haven't liked Solo getting involved in the bloodline business, you know, but Solo keeps getting caught up in it. And this week you could see they walked out on him, you know, from the ring, you know, Tala Tonga
Yeah.
and Tama Tonga, they walked out on him. Solo showed up on Raw last night, so I'm sure Friday night we're gonna get some fallout from that. I hope so. Like I'm rooting for the end of the MFTs. I would like to see Tala and Tama on their own, doing their own thing in the tag division.
Mhm.
I would like to see that. I would like to see Tama Tonga get a push. I think he was building some momentum there, but I haven't really Solo being the leader just hasn't really done it for me. I don't know, man. Like I liked his role as an enforcer. I liked it when he didn't talk a lot. Now,
Mhm.
let me just go on to say Solo's freaking hilarious. Some of the
Mhm.
stuff he does,
Yeah.
especially his interactions with like the crowd and stuff. Oh my god. Like some of the stuff he says to people, I I can't even say it on here, but it's hilarious. Or like he'll act like he's reaching in his pocket and then he'll pull some out and he'll flip off somebody in the front row or something, you know, like just he's always doing
He
goofy
has
stuff.
his
He's
moment.
hilarious. But I really liked him as like a quiet enforcer.
Mhm.
But I don't know where they're going with, you know, obviously Jacob Fatu trying to get him back, you know, Roman's having him try to get him back. Where does he fit in this new bloodline?
I don't know. It's hard to tell. Really can't see because he Samoan spiked Jimmy
Yeah,
last night on Raw and cost him the match against LA Knight. It's
yeah,
kind of like he showed up in the red, but
yeah.
he doesn't wear that all the time.
He's usually wearing all black.
Yeah,
Every now and then he'll don the red
but he's
jacket, but
Samoan spiked Jimmy. It's
yeah,
like it's not making sense yet.
it's not
It
yeah.
will eventually, but it's not quite there yet. We'll see.
But I also do feel like it's not something they need to rush because
Yeah, I know.
you don't want to be like, oh, okay, yes, I'll join. You know, like you know, what I mean, like even with Jacob, like it took a couple months, you know, to get to that place. So you don't want to rush it.
Yeah.
It it just all depends on what is your long term vision of this bloodline. Like, what is your long term vision with Roman as your champion? You know, like there's it's all got to fall in line with that, you know, and
Mhm.
it's all about timing. Um, but yeah, like you said, he interfered. He interfered in Jimmy's match. Um, I thought Jimmy and LA were putting on a good match.
Mhm.
Um, but you know what's going to happen? I'm getting a kick out of every time freaking Jacob shows up around the Usos, and
Mhm.
the Usos start, you know, just mouthing or whatever, and Jacob's just like, "I don't listen to your punk, eh?"
I don't acknowledge your point, Jay.
Like, man. But I don't know, man. I'm already looking forward to what's next. You know, like I hated that we didn't get Roman last night because I thought we would
Yeah.
get a little more about, you know, what did he whisper in Jacob's ear last week? You know, like what's going on? You know, or is there a side plan going on with them with the
Mhm.
Usos in the dark? Like what? I don't know. There's so many things at play right now. You're like, my God, are they going to stay together? Is this going to be a huge faction again? Is Jimmy and Jay going to, you know, bail out on them, even though they're the ones that just got back in? Like,
Mhm.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
We will see.
Yeah. I mean, King of the Ring at Night of Champions, do any of the Bloodline members show up?
Well, Jay does because he's got to win it
Well, I'm saying in the
over
match, like,
me.
do any of the other guys show up?
I don't think so. It's not. It's not kind of been their trend lately.
No, well, and I mean, Roman said he needed to do it on his own.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Brock will show up in Costoba though.
yeah.
I think is what's going to happen.
Yeah. I think Roman's
Even
baby
though
face's there.
Oba and Jay's segment last night on Raw was the little verbal exchange was pretty good.
It was good. I wish that Oba would have stopped at the when you shoot, you better not miss.
Mhm.
I wish he wouldn't have continued with the even if you don't miss. Like he could have just stopped at the you better not miss.
Well, that was cool with me. I was like,
It was okay, but
if you miss, I'll destroy you. Even if you don't miss, I'll still destroy you.
I
Like,
just
yeah.
I just thought that was the mic drop moment, though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And he told Jay to take your stupid bullets and hand them to your cousin because you're not the one, because he's the one in your family I'm worried about. It's not you,
yeah,
not you. Like,
yeah. they're definitely laying the groundwork for an eventual Obafemi Roman
I
Reigns.
sure hope so, because literally the post show after night 2 of WrestleMania,
Yeah.
people were chanting Oba at Roman.
Well, and
And
Oba called
Oba's,
him out at the
yeah,
post show. Like,
yeah.
but to me, that's that's got to wait till WrestleMania.
I
That's
would
a
say so.
WrestleMania
I
match.
would say
Like
so.
you build that all the way to WrestleMania. Maybe Oba wins Royal Rumble.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's got to be a that's a massive match, and
Mhm.
obviously we know Oba's going to win.
I don't know.
I don't want Roman to ever lose. Let's just make that
We
clear.
thought Cody was going to win at 39, and he didn't.
You're
You
right
know,
there.
we've
You're
been
right
shocked
there.
before. You know,
That was probably one of the most shocked endings I've ever seen myself because
I couldn't believe it.
I just knew they were going to have Cody win.
Yeah,
So I was not
because
disappointed.
that was like the whole finish the story,
Yeah.
finish the story, and it was like he didn't finish the story. I
Yeah.
was like, whoa, wow, like,
So
but he did the next year though.
yeah, I don't even want to talk about that. It made me so mad, pissed me off. I I never wanted Cody to finish the story. Not as long as Roman was champion. I don't ever want Roman to lose.
Yeah,
I want Roman to retire champion.
but the ending of that match, how it came about, just like probably the best 5 minutes of wrestling you'll ever see. Like
It
The Rock
was.
shows up. We have all these. Solo comes down, Cena comes down,
Yeah.
Rock comes down, and then all of a sudden Undertaker shows
Yeah.
up and just choke slams
Yeah.
The Rock,
Yeah.
and then finally Cody gets the dub. Like, golly,
Yeah.
just that whole sequence of that event was just like
Didn't Rollins come out in like the Shield goal?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Rollins was in the Shield gear because he was Cody's Shield.
Yeah.
He came out in the Shield gear. Yes, that too.
So
It was phenomenal.
it was. It was. I mean, I just as a Roman fan, you know,
Yeah.
I never want to see him lose. I have to remind myself it's
And you're not
scripted.
alone.
I have to remind myself it's scripted sometimes. Like,
And you're not alone. You're not alone. A lot of fans are just kind of like, "Oh, I don't want this to end." It's like, I want Cody to finish the story, but I don't want this thing to end.
but that's how I
Can't
am
have
right
both.
now with
Yeah.
a lot of superstars. Like I'm seeing people and I'm like, man, they need a championship reign. And I'm like, but
Hmm.
I don't want them to take Roman. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, I ain't gonna take Romans. No.
but you know, I mean, I'm saying at any point,
Yeah,
though, you
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like there are guys I would like to see. I mean, LA not being one.
Yes.
I'd love to see them get a championship.
I think
But at whose
I think it's
expense?
too late for LA Knight. I'm sorry. I
Unfortunately,
wish. I wish I was wrong, but
I think that has probably passed.
yeah.
Sadly, I think even if they were to put it on them now, it's not going to have near the impact it would have 2 years ago.
It'd be room temp.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they missed the
Would have been
only
hotter
way.
2 years ago. Yeah.
I think the only way you get just a massive pop on him winning is if he takes a little 3 to 6 month hiatus
Yeah.
and comes out in the middle of something that they need someone to save the day. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
he surprisingly shows up and does something. He still gets a good reaction, but it's not near what it was a couple of years ago. And they sadly really missed the boat on that.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Like they had a great opportunity with him and man, and you hate it for him, man. You see what all he puts into the business, and I don't know, man. Like I just don't think he's ever gonna get it. I think Sammy will eventually get one.
I think so too.
I don't know that he'll get like an extensive reign, but I think he'll get one.
He'll get one.
But you've got too many young people, man. That I mean, Trick Williams, he's gonna be Obafemi. He's gonna be world. You know, like these guys, even like an Ethan Page at some point, like you could see him getting up there.
He's a 20-year veteran. I mean, he's just now got here this year on the main roster, but he just spent maybe the last year or two-ish, if that, in NXT. But he was NXT champion, like, it didn't take him long. He beat he actually beat Trick Williams in a fatal four-way for it.
Yeah.
So.
But you could go through that roster and you could make a legitimate argument for so many of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just, man, you got to strike when the iron's hot. And when it comes to LA, they just didn't do it, man. They failed them.
Chad Gable. I want to say this about Chad Gable. Last night on Raw, he came out. He's got new music, which he actually had it last week, but
yeah.
Lose the clapping. The clapping is dorky.
Yeah.
I hated the clapping.
Yeah.
So cheesy. That's not going to get over. I hope that was the last we see of the clapping. It gave me way too much American Males vibes. If you remember the tag team, the American Males in WCW, Marcus Bagwell, Scotty Riggs. American Males. Yeah. American Males. Yeah.
God,
No.
I didn't think about it until
Stop
you said it. But now that you say it, I'm like, yes, that's it.
Stop it. Stop it. Oh my gosh. Like,
cut that one.
Like, that was completely cheesy. Like, Chad Gable, you should not have clapped. Stop the clapping, please. Just be the wrestling machine that you are.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine for you to be vulnerable and apologize to everybody and come from the heart and be teary-eyed and all that. That's cool. That's fine. You're human. That's great. Don't come out doing this to your friend. Don't do that, please.
Well,
please.
and speaking of striking when the iron's hot, I almost feel like they're dragging their feet too much with him. Like you had something that was on fire, and I'm not against the apology tour, but you gotta throw something in there with it. Like you've got to continue that momentum, and just going week to week apologizing to people isn't building the momentum. You know what I'm saying? Like, get him in matches and, get him against some real heels that have some real heat so that he can continue to elevate what you had going there.
I'd love to see him throw himself against Gunther again.
Yeah.
And just throw Gunther around and eventually beat him. That would be pretty cool. That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome.
That would be cool. Gosh, he tapped Rusev out like last week. I mean, that hadn't really been done before. Like, I just thought of Chad Gable. I mean, Chad Gable is long overdue for a big spot, like a big championship, meaningful championship reign of some kind.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And lose the clapping, please.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Hated that for him. I was like, oh gosh, here's this perfect little. Gosh, I don't know. Imagine something good and perfect, and then it's like somebody put some kind of odd ingredient on it and made it all and just ruined it.
Yeah,
and that was the clapping.
It was.
I hated it.
Well, it just doesn't fit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like it just doesn't fit. I'm with you. I'm with you.
I thought I just had too many flashbacks to Bagwell and Riggs.
Yeah.
American Males.
Oh, something else that happened this weekend. I don't want to forget this, but congratulations, Trick Williams and Lash Legend got married this weekend. Had to throw that out there. I was scrolling and saw that, and I was like, man, I've got to remember to mention that because that's awesome, man. That's a big deal.
Them got murdered.
Yeah. So, congratulations to them. Last night on Raw, let's not forget this. We just saw the turn of Lyra Valkyria.
Yeah, Lyra did to Bayley what Becky did to Lyra last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't want to say I'm completely shocked, but I'm a little shocked. Like, you've kind of seen some tension there.
I could tell Lyra was different during the pre-match interview before they went out, and I could tell she was. Corey even said it on commentary. She seems tense.
Yes,
like she was just kind of like honed in and just kind of like not herself.
Yeah.
And then they lost, and
she snapped.
Even though Lyra's the one that got pinned.
Yeah.
I remember correctly. Yeah. And I was expecting Bayley to completely just annihilate her. Well, I really was, but it was the other way around.
That's the surprise. I'm not surprised that something happened. I'm surprised that it wasn't Bayley that did it. Which, because Bailey has done this before, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because Lyra was skeptical about bringing her back in. You
Mm-hmm.
know, what was it, a year and a half ago, maybe?
Sometime last
It's
year.
been a little bit, you know, but you know, she was real hesitant, and that was when they did the very short-lived Bailey having split personalities.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like talk about one of the storylines that's here today and gone tomorrow. That was
Yeah.
one. Like I think for 2 weeks you got little vignettes of that, and then it was like, okay, we're done with that.
Yeah.
Scrap it. Which I like. I like face Bailey a lot better than heel
Yeah. Yeah.
Bailey.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
just fits her personality better.
Mm-hmm.
Curious to see how Lyra does as a heel because she made a very good face.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so man, let's see what she's got as a heel.
She made a good face at Jackie Redmond last night when Jackie's trying to interview her after that happened.
Yeah.
And she just turned and looked at her like, just stared her down, got in
Yeah.
her face, just frightened her.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, man. Like I'm curious to see what she's got in her as far as being a heel. I mean, it's one of those things. It may not work, you know. It Her character, though, let's be honest, had gotten a little stale. You needed a little bit of a shakeup, you know, one way or another. I didn't expect a heel turn from her
no,
this soon and this early on in her career.
period, really.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, here it is. We're getting it. Let's
Mm-hmm.
see what she does with it.
Yeah.
You know, you, sometimes when they do that, you get to really see the versatility of people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you
Yeah.
find out what you really have in them because some people can pull it off, some people can't.
Yeah.
You know, you look at your CM Punks, your Romans, your Charlottes, your Tiffany's, your Alexas. I mean, there's so many of them that you know you could switch them in and out every other week,
Yeah.
and they're not going to miss a beat.
Right.
But you get some people they just don't play the role that well,
Yeah.
one way or the you know, like they just don't. Some guys just make a better heel than a face, and some people make a better face than a heel. Like Rey Mysterio's one. Like I just never, just not a good heel.
He won't ever be a heel. No.
Yeah, he's just not. He's a baby face.
Yep.
You know, but
Sometimes it's the best thing that could ever happen to their career. Dominic Mysterio, prime
yeah,
example.
perfect example.
Prime example. We didn't know if Dom was going to make it. He turned heel, took his dad's head off, low edge, and then joined the Judgment Day and went and did hard time, you know, in prison and and got involved with Rhea and all that. But I mean, like it completely turned his career completely around, and he hasn't looked back since. And he's, gosh, if there's such a thing as being an over heel,
Yeah,
like
yeah. Man,
like a heel that we love, but like we love to hate him too. But
that's
like we
him.
love him. Dirty Dom is phenomenal. Um,
I don't think I think guys like Theory. I think he's a better heel than a face. I think the Miz is great both ways, but I think Miz as a heel is just on another level.
yeah, Miz is a natural heel. Miz can be a face too sometimes.
He can be. He does it well, but much better heel. I think Randy Orton, much better heel than face. He's a good face.
Oh yeah.
He's a good face, but heel Randy Orton,
Hmm.
whole nother level. You know?
He's done way too many bad, evil, dastardly things to
Yeah.
be just taken seriously as a babyface anyway. I mean, he's done some of the most unspeakable acts in WWE history. Like you handcuff Triple H to the top rope, you DDT his wife, and then you kiss her unconscious in front of her husband who is handcuffed to the top rope. Man, I'll never forget that, man.
Yeah.
That was like, dude, that set me on fire.
Yeah.
I was like, they need to fire Randy tomorrow. Like they need to fire him.
Yeah.
I couldn't stand it. Even though that got to me.
Yeah.
Just in that time when he did that, I was like, oh my gosh. And I was going to that WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I was like, they need to get rid of Randy tomorrow. Like,
Yeah.
man, that's the first WrestleMania that I ever attended live. It was 25. That was going into it.
Still never made a WrestleMania. I gotta make that happen.
I've been lucky enough to make 4. It's gonna be a while before I make another one, the way
Yeah.
prices are. But yeah, man. Gosh, I remember Big Show. Gosh, he interchanged between babyface and heel like 2,000 times. Like literally, you blink, he'd be a babyface. You blink again, he'd be a heel.
Yeah.
Like, he went back and forth so many times. Like, oh my gosh, how many times? I lost count how many times he went back and forth.
But then you've got your guys that you don't really know what they are. They're just over, you know, your Roman Reigns,
Yeah.
Seth Rollins can toe both sides of the line at the same time.
And sometimes it's good not to be defined like that,
Yeah.
you know, like Roman. Like
Yeah.
just if you're just over, you're over. Just let somebody be
Yeah.
themselves organically, and just let the crowd react organically, one way or the other. Like,
Well, and I feel like it keeps you from being put in a box in some of the, because
Yeah.
some of these matches, like, you don't really ever want a face versus face match, because it's like the crowd's going to turn on somebody at some point. If you're not trying to get somebody a little heat, a lot of times in those face versus face matches, I say matches more like rivalry. Like, it's hard to have like a storyline
yeah.
of two faces
Yeah.
and a storyline of two heels, because the crowd's going to start to favor one and turn on one. So you get those guys like your Romans and stuff that can play whatever side they need to play. Don't matter. Brock Lesnar is another one. Like,
Yeah.
some people love him, some people hate him, but he pops no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
So what is he? Is he a face? Is he who? Not who? He's Brock Lesnar. That's what he is.
Depends on who's across the ring from him.
Exactly.
So
Exactly. So it's nice to have guys like that can toe that line and be whatever they need to be in that moment or in that story.
hmm
Speaking of faces and heels, and the Queen of the Ring, Liv and Iyo Sky.
Yep. I see Liv versus Rhea if Rhea is medically cleared at SummerSlam. So I'm picking Iyo to win the Queen of the Ring. Don't quite know how it's going to happen unless it's a clean win, maybe. That's something may happen with
You see Liv and Rhea or Iyo and Rhea?
Iyo and Rhea is what I
Okay,
meant.
you
Did
said Liv, yeah.
I meant Iyo. I'm so
Okay.
sorry. I meant Iyo and Rhea. I think the Judgment Day is going to try to get involved on Liv's behalf, namely Roxanne Perez, but it's going to backfire, and I think Io's going to come out on top. But the thing is, Rhea's got to be medically cleared, and she's not right now.
But let me ask you this though: you see Roxanne interfering on Liv's behalf or against Liv?
Well, that's what I'm saying, because last night on Raw, Liv didn't give Roxanne the time of day. She kind of addressed everybody else in the room, oh, Raquel, you'll go after Sol Ruca's Intercontinental title. Oh, Dom, JD, you're going to work on getting that Intercontinental title from Penta. We got to get JD to medical because he just got electrocuted by Danhausen. And then Roxanne's like, oh, what about me? And then it was just off they went. It was like Roxanne wasn't even there. So there's going to be something there bubbling under the surface, I feel like.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like in that, because we've seen this going on all year with Roxanne kind of having a little bit of kind of left in the dark, kind of being overlooked by Liv in the group. I think this may be the moment where she comes out like she's going to help Liv, but she ends up costing Liv.
Maybe.
And then that sets up Iyo and Rhea, if Rhea's medically cleared.
Yeah.
And then Roxanne Liv.
I think so.
And I would love to see that.
I think so, because Rhea and Iyo is never not going to be a bad match.
Yeah,
Go back to Evolution last year.
Yeah.
And the matches before that on Raw, where Iyo beat Rhea for the title on the road to WrestleMania out of nowhere. The triple threat with Bianca at WrestleMania.
Well,
And just every time they've ever been in the ring.
You've got so much story there with Iyo and Rhea.
And Rhea has never beaten Iyo Sky.
Yeah.
One time in her life.
Yeah. So
that's crazy.
So you've already got that built.
Yeah.
And then if you do that with Roxanne, you've got an instant hot feud. Just instant. So, which is already, like you said, it's already kind of been bubbling. So this is where the lid comes off, and you just get the overflow, and let's just dive right in,
Yeah.
So my prediction there, I'll go on record as saying this. I think Roxanne comes out with the Judgment Day like she's gonna help Liv. I think she has one of those moments, and maybe where Liv's like asking her for help or something, referee's out or something, and asking for help. And Roxanne looks like she's about to help her, and then turns on her. Maybe hits her with pop rocks or something. And
yeah. Or maybe none of that happens and Liv wins and we got Liv and Rhea at SummerSlam. Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah.
We could be wrong.
That could happen, and I could hate it.
Because again, and Liv becomes a double champion. Can you imagine?
Oh God!
you already love her laugh as it is.
Oh my God! I can't. Like, she reminds me of every generation has had this person where it's the girl that thinks like being annoying and dumb is cute, You know what I'm saying? Like that's
Yeah.
what she reminds me of. Like all for attention, and it's stupid, and she thinks it's so cute, and but it's just annoying. It's like nails down a
And
chalkboard.
we're just like, shut up.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
like gosh, I can't handle it. And I was a huge Liv fan, but lately I'm just like, oh my god, I can't take anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Cannot take anymore. So I'm hoping that what I'm calling happens. Roxanne costs her, and then those two go at it at SummerSlam.
Maybe.
Last night we got new tag team champions.
We sure did.
The Street
Finally.
Profits.
Finally.
Finally.
After a long, long, long time, after years of not holding gold.
Yeah.
Years of not holding gold, which is criminal when you are the Street Profits.
Yeah.
Finally, they are on top of the heap where they belong.
Yes.
And I'm glad to see it because it's long overdue. And
Well, when they came in, they started with the backstage segments every week, and you were like, man, these guys got something.
oh yeah,
These guys got something. And if you're someone like me that you didn't watch NXT or anything, you just watch the main shows at the time. You see them come in, and so I don't know what they do in the ring or anything like that. I just know they're the new kids on the block, and you're like, okay, these segments are funny. They got a catchy phrase. The Street Profits are up, and we want the smoke. Like, okay, that's catchy. And then Tez always had the solo cup or whatever.
Ted's always had the solo cup. Yes.
Then they finally start to do their matches. Their intro music hits, and you're like, okay, they got a catchy song.
Yeah, and
The
they've had that
solo
music.
cup, the solo cup's falling from the sky.
Yeah.
Like, okay, these guys got something.
Yeah.
Then you see them in the ring. They're the perfect combination, the perfect pairing. You got Montez, who's the thinner, fast, athletic one.
Who is drowning in charisma, by the way.
Yeah.
like dripping with charisma.
And then you got Dawkins, who's almost like the security. He's the tough guy. He's your muscle.
Yeah.
Which he's slimmed up, and I think it's elevated him. It's helped him a lot. But you've got the muscle, so it's like, okay, they make a great combination. Like when you think of a tag team, like they've got it. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dawkins has got charisma, but not on Tez's level. But they carry each other very well. Like they go together very well.
What Dawkins does is the equivalent to Tez's charisma. It's not like one's better than the other because of this, that, or the other. What Dawkins does is perfect for the team. What Tez does
Absolutely.
is perfect for the team, and they come together, and they're one of the best teams in the world.
Absolutely.
Simple as that. It's Dawkins going shirtless for the first time ever in his career because Dawkins was in FCW. I remember Dawkins in FCW. And then, like, when it became NXT, Dawkins was in NXT for a long time, under a lot of different incarnations. But yeah, he's it took him a long time, but he's coming to his own, and he's a beast.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that conversation of like, oh, well, who's the Michaels, who's the Jannetty? Neither one of them. They're the Street Profits. That's it. Period. Finally, tag team champions.
Do I think out of the two, Montez would 100% have the better solo career? But I don't know that it's anything I ever want to see. Like I don't like seeing the Usos solo. I don't want to see the Street Profits solo. I like them as a team.
Mm-hmm.
I like them as a team. I hope it stays that way. But it's been a long time since they've been champions. If the Usos aren't going to be holding it, I'm glad it's the Street Profits.
And they're finally champions now again. Hopefully they hold it for a long time too.
Yeah.
Hope so.
Yeah, I hope they have a lengthy reign, like a meaningful reign.
Yes.
Yes. I'm not gonna lie, like I don't like when people most of the time are champions for forever and there's never any change, but I don't like the every other week you got a new champion.
Yeah.
Like to me it takes some of the prestige out of the belt. Like I like to see titles defended. I like to see them defended successfully. But like I don't like when they've had it 2 months, so they're gonna lose it next. Like I hate that stuff. I want there's a 3-month reign, there's a 6-month reign. Hey, there's a 1.5 year reign. Like just different, man. Like I don't know. Like my mind is moving faster than my mouth, but
yeah.
but I just
stuff to mean something.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that's what happened to a lot of these mid-card titles is they've done things that just make them not carry the prestige that they need to have. So like I hate seeing the Intercontinental Championship just not being the prestigious title it used to be. Like when I think back to like Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels fighting for it, like that title really meant something. And I think they're doing a good job of bringing some of that back. I think maybe WWE has recognized they failed with those titles, like they really did them a disservice. And I think they're doing a good job of starting to bring some of that back. But yeah, I want to see all the titles mean something. Like right now, like the Women's United States Championship. I don't even know who has that.
Tiffany Stratton.
Tiffany. Okay, yeah. Like
And she's defending it against Jade Cargill at Night of Champions.
yes.
So,
But that title, like you brought these women's championships in, and immediately you kind of made a mockery of them. I felt like I thought with especially the United States, like I love that Chelsea Green had it.
yeah, Chelsea was good.
But I felt like they did everything they could to kind of make her reign a joke. Like I don't know, like I didn't like how they handled it. I haven't liked how they've handled the United States Championship for the women the entire time. I want to see these titles mean something. I don't want them to become like the 24/7 title where it's like, oh, it's being defended. Oh yeah, someone's going to win it this week. Oh, someone else. It's on somebody else. It's on somebody else. I just want to see the titles have prestige. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to see them defended. I'm glad that at least at Night of Champions we are having some championship matches.
Yeah. Well, I think what it comes down to is like depth of the roster too, and depth of contenders, and like people who you can see carrying these titles for a length of time and making them mean something. We just haven't had that a lot with specifically with the women's United States title.
Right.
I thought Chelsea Green would when she got it. I thought, well, she was the first champion anyway. I thought that would really help make her and then thus her make the title as well. And then it wasn't long before she lost it. But Tiffany Stratton has it now, who is a former WWE Women's Champion, so she's been at the top. Yeah, it's kind of like someone that needs kind of the push up needs to have that title, and need to have challengers that are kind of in the same boat.
Yeah,
that want that push up for themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So, and like I said, I feel like WWE. It seems like they've kind of recognized that, and looks like they're putting a little more effort into them. I think putting the Intercontinental Championship on Sol Ruca was a great move.
Yeah.
The rivalries that Becky had with the Intercontinental title, I think, helped build prestige in that title.
AJ Lee. I mean, holy cow.
Yeah. So I do feel like maybe WWE recognized like, these have just kind of become an afterthought. Let's revamp. Let's make these mean something again. And I hope that they continue on with that. Like sometimes I forget that Penta's the Intercontinental Champion. Like
I don't.
I do,
really
man.
don't.
Like
He's Penta.
He is, but I'm just saying like the Intercontinental Championship just never seems to be a big part of the discussion. Like I want it to be in the forefront. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to see my Intercontinental Champion mainly just in backstage segments. Like I want to see him out there. Which he's defended it a few times. Like I'm not knocking Penta's reign. Like I think he's had a very good Intercontinental Championship reign, one of the better ones. I'll say, because I don't feel like any of these I'll call them second tier titles, whatever. I don't think any of them over the past 5 to 10 years have really had good, meaningful reigns. You know what I'm saying? There have been some here and there, but I'm saying as a whole.
Yeah, I mean Gunther, longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time, 666 days, and he beat everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody put in front of him.
Yeah.
And it was like nobody. Sami Zayne stopped him at WrestleMania.
Sami Zayne.
Yes.
Sami
Zayne.
Which is why I think we get a revisit. Here.
And I was like, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, because I hated Gunther.
Yeah.
Now I will say this though, like I'm the kind of person like when I see someone like, because I love the behind the scenes stuff. We've talked about this a million times.
Speaking of, go on though.
When I see behind the scenes stuff about people and see their real personality, it makes me like their character more. So,
Yeah.
so even though Gunther hasn't been like a main figure in like Unreal and stuff, like seeing just little bits and pieces of him backstage, it opens me up more to his character, and I have enjoyed his character more after seeing some of that.
Yeah. You mentioned Unreal. We're getting season 3 of Unreal. Drops next month. I don't know the exact date, but it's next
wait.
month, July,
Gosh, I can't wait.
on the Netflix.
Oh man, that'll be a binge right
They're-
there. I'll be
it-
binging the whole thing.
It's Cena's retirement. It's I think it's AJ Lee's return, maybe Paige's return too, but behind the scenes of that, and just kind of who knows what really.
Yeah.
They haven't dropped like a trailer or anything for it
Yeah.
yet, but they just kind of announced it on Raw last night. Actually, because I was off yesterday for my birthday, I actually watched Raw in the afternoon for the first time ever because it was in London and it
Yeah.
airs live on Netflix wherever they're at.
Yeah.
So it was already nighttime in London when Raw went on the air there. So
I
it
think
aired
it came on
here.
at like 1 o'clock here,
Yeah.
2 o'clock here.
I realized I started watching it at like 2:30 because I got on my phone and saw 4 minutes ago, Oba, oh crap, Raw's on. Oh, hang on.
Yeah.
And Tana's like, you can watch it. I'm like, oh, yeah, cool, okay, I'll just do that real quick. Yeah, awesome, because I'm used to just watching it at night after the kids
Yeah.
go to bed. I watched Raw before we went and got the kids out of daycare.
Yeah, there you
And
go.
that was for the first time ever. And I was like, wow, it felt like Tuesday night. It felt like
Yeah.
this night, last night.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, I already watched Raw.
Yeah.
Like the sun's still out. This is weird.
It is weird to me. And like, so I'm not thrilled that Night of Champions is going to be during the day here.
I won't get to watch it during the day. I won't do
either.
that.
I won't either. I'll be at work, so
I will too.
I'll have to watch.
I will
I'll have
too.
to start it over when I get home. But I am thankful that at least we do have that option.
Yeah.
To replay it.
If it wasn't for on-demand capabilities, built-in
Yeah.
DVR functionality, and all that stuff, I mean, I couldn't keep up with the business.
Yeah.
I just couldn't. Just couldn't. I'd have
Yeah.
to tape and record everything all the time, which I would do, but
Oh, yeah.
it would be a pain in the butt. I'll
Be a
tell you
lot
that.
more work, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But so yeah, so we got Night of Champions this week. So SmackDown before that, which will basically just kind of set the table for Saturday.
Yep. NXT Great American Bash as well, Sunday, which, speaking of NXT real quick, if you didn't watch NXT last week, go out of your way and watch the Natty Jada Parker match. A fight. A great fight. You have to watch it if you haven't. If you've watched it, you know what I'm talking about. It was great. Natty and Jada Parker. TNA Slammiversary as well this weekend if you keep up with TNA. Amazing Red is making his return to TNA at Slammiversary. Holy cow. That's a guy that is an unsung hero and is Hall of Fame worthy in my opinion. We'll see. What else is going on? AAA, if you didn't watch AAA this past Saturday night, not to spoil it for anybody, but man, we got kind of a shocking turn of events with El Grande Americano. He got attacked by an unlikely gang of individuals. Carmen Petrovich, Angel Umberto, Brock O'Neill, all from NXT. Well, Angel and Umberto were main roster, but a guy named Daga, who was an original member of this group, and they are now this group, Los Perros del Mal, which was a group formed by the late great Perro Aguado Jr. years ago. He passed years ago. They got permission from his family to carry on this legacy. And they unzipped their hoodies after they attacked Grande Americano wearing those t-shirts. And the crowd in Mexico was like, oh my gosh, like they'd seen a ghost. Like, oh my gosh, they're doing this. Like, pretty cool. And props to El Grande Americano for coming in the back with a duck, cuddling a duck. If you saw that, that was like, no one could pull that off except El Grande Americano and have it be cool. But yeah, the man had a duck with him, up to his bosom, just walking in the back, just
no rhyme or reason for
petting
it.
his
Just,
duck. This
duck.
random duck.
Yeah. Hey, whatever floats your boat, man. Some people have dogs, some have cats, some people have pet ducks.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. AAA is on fire. You gotta watch.
Yeah.
You gotta watch and keep up with that.
So basically what he's saying is there's a lot going on this weekend
Yes.
as far as wrestling. So,
Yeah.
I mean, there's, there's plenty of content out there this weekend. So, man, looking forward to next week to wrapping up Night of Champions. It's gonna be awesome, man. Like I said, actually, it seems like a full card.
Yeah,
Full card of
there's
matches.
at least 6 matches.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So
the King and Queen of the Ring finals are both gonna be on ESPN. I saw.
Yep.
So,
Those will be on ESPN for the first hour.
Yep. The rest of the show on the ESPN Unlimited plan on the ESPN app.
Yep. I think, does it start at 1:00?
I believe
2:00 Eastern, I think.
I believe it's 1
2
o'clock
o'clock
Central, 2 Eastern. I
2
believe
o'clock
so.
Eastern, because it's over in Saudi Arabia. So
I think the countdown starts at 11, so that would be correct.
Yeah.
The event itself would be 1.
So yeah. But if you're like us and have to work during the day, then catch it on demand.
Then you get to it when you get to it.
Yeah. Just stay off the internet if you don't want to know what happens, which is what I'm going to have to do all day. So, which luckily I'll be busy, so it won't be a big deal. But my family will know that as soon as I get home, it's shower and wrestling.
That's pretty much my routine too.
Yeah. So appreciate you guys tuning in. Look forward to next week when we wrap up Night of Champions. This is Break the Hold. I'm Rusty. This is Billy. We'll see y'all next week.
See ya.
4 letters, 1 word. Stop.